What are you doing right now?
I'm talking to you. It's the furniture show, so I had a lot of meetings with new companies today.
Wait, what is your name and how old are you?
Heinz Kattenfeld, 59. I have primary progressive MS. I was diagnosed about 10 years ago. And it gets progressively worse and makes it harder for me to walk. And it makes me more tired. I went to the hospital because I was having a very hard time walking and I didn't know why. I could barely get out of bed. And they said, well, we have to do a chest x-ray. And I was already dizzy, but they made me sit on a stool.
Yeah.
So because they put me on a little stool with wheels, I fell off the stool and hit my head. And then they had to do a CAT scan and an MRI. And that's when they found out that I had MS.
What do you think has been the hardest thing for you to do?
Not being able to be as active and being stuck at home more. It's definitely kept me more at home and kept me from going out as much as we used to.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, sweetie. I'm Nancy Kattenfeld, and I am Heinz's wife. You know, he was like the go-to guy. Like, if you needed something done, he would do it. And that wasn't just, you know, around the house or just for family. That was just as a general rule. And he, you know, he just physically is not capable of that anymore.
So when you first got diagnosed, like, were you expecting the worst?
Yeah, because it runs in my family. And my uncle also had MS, and his was very bad. He was bedridden.
With your MS, would you say that it affects you on a daily basis?
It does, because there's certain things I can't do, and I have to always make sure I have plenty of time, and I have to budget a lot of time to do things.
Yeah.
And then obviously some days are harder.
Getting him to use a cane was so difficult. And his job required that he do a lot of walking, but it's very stubborn about using those. And I think part of that is he doesn't want to become dependent on them. He doesn't want to sort of like lose what little mobility he has by using these things.
Do you think he worries a lot about what other people think?
I do, which is why it's so hard for him, right? Because he still wants to be that guy, because that's who he is at his core. And then you put these physical limitations on it. But I don't think that's changed his personality. It's just made him adjust his understanding of what he can and cannot do.
It's a chronic neurological disease, so I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
There's no cure for it. There's no way they can repair damaged nerves that are damaged. So, and takes me longer to do everything.
What type of stuff are you looking forward to?
Well, like just, you know, going to games here like Carolina Core, or going to Raleigh for hockey games and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Spending more time in the mountains, like in Boone and Asheville.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
ready to take on the world.